Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Thursday, and we are grateful to God for life. This is Spring Trends right here on Western Spring Television, where we talk about everything trending, what's trending, who's trending, why they are trending, and what people are saying about the situation. My name is EVELYN OHIOLEI, and I have with me Femi Ojo.
Thank you. Morning, a chilly morning.
Yeah, chilly.
Please.
Thank you
Drizzly.
for always doing this with me, by the way. Now let's move on to our very first story for today. So we heard again, CBN raises customs duty rate to 1,605.82 naira per dollar. May 2023, it was around 500 naira, and between May 2023 and now, we've had about 10 changes, in that customs duty rate. Let's see what Nigerians are saying at this time. Isaac Crowney says these are the issues. Why is the NCS raising duty based on dollar? And at Julia Sugar says because it will not allow cheap products into Nigeria, like reacting to what Isaac Crowney said. It will not allow cheap products into Nigeria against plan to encourage manufacturing here. For example, if Egypt allowed cheap cement in, it will render all their industry obsolete and bankrupt. At Sleek_E says, when will they raid customs for contributing to the fall of the naira? That's all the comment I have for this particular story. Femi, your thoughts? Why are we having this? It's as if the more the naira rises, the more the NCS raises their custom duty rate.
Actually, I wouldn't know why they are doing that. Maybe it's to make more money, or because importers have to pay more.
Or let's use the words of our leaders, is in tandem with the current reality.
The reality, right? But that particular reality, these extra naira being put on it, it will still be sourced for and paid for, by that circle. It will trickle down to the last consumer.
Yeah.
The same Nigerians will still have to be, or people in Nigeria who still have to be the one that will pay for it.
Yeah.
So these are the issues. Yes, we have to make money because we all need money. The federal government needs all the money it can make right now. But somebody talked about maybe it's to forestall us having fake and cheap products in. I don't think so. I wouldn't know, by the way. But I think people should, whatever reality we are talking about, the people, the Nigerian ordinary people, should be the focus, should be the center. If you are trying to make money so that their life should get better, fine, but they should not be the one that will still be paying directly for whatever you think you are trying to generate to take care of them. These are the issues. I have importers, a couple of them who are lamenting because business will be slow. Not so many persons who can, will do business as usual. And these are the issues. If, we took on a previous program, we took a newspaper report, I think it was on Guardian, that say a 20-feet container goes for a particular price, you clearing it. A 40-feet container goes for a particular price, you clearing it. So if the price is being adjusted upwardly, that means the importers will charge more. And because of the economic reality, people doing the business might not be able to have that kind of money to bring in the containers as they would. So for the importers, business will be slow. For the people depending on them, they won't have as much money as they would have. So the ripple effect is always bad.
On the consumers.
Yes, on the consumers. On who are the consumers? The people are the consumers. So I wouldn't know why, the people in charge are raising it, but they better have a better explanation.
And there are also some arguments in some quarters that it is to actually frustrate importation. But also, reacting to that particular argument, you can do that for a country that is a producing nation, not for a country that's really...
Frustrate what you don't have substitute for.
We don't really have production, local production going on. The floating of the naira and all this increment in the duty rate could have been so good if we had local production, people producing locally.
Thriving.
Exactly.
Not that the manufacturers, some of them are even closing down because they can't keep up with the manufacturing indices and factors. These are the issues. A liter of diesel is above 1,000 naira, 1,000 to 1,003. So for the people that try to import again, I think our handlers, sometimes we just approbate and reapprobate at the same time, and it looks like we are just at the same spot or retrogressing.
All right, we move to our next story for today. Of course, We have Davido on our story today, David Adeleke, and he has announced that he will be giving out 300 million naira to orphanages around Nigeria as his yearly contribution to the nation. And this is not the first time he'll be doing this. I think he did it to his 27th birthday, where he distributed about 250 million naira to different orphanages all across Nigeria. So let's see what Nigerians are saying about this. We can see the receipt if producers can actually put that up there. The money has been sent already. It says foundation account credited, more details to follow soon. You can see 300 million naira already transferred to that foundation. And at Meet Sunshine May says, although I feel Davido likes to show too much, this is a commendable gesture. You are given to the needy, and that really counts. However, it takes nothing away from you, from others who are quiet about their giving. No cameras, no ring lights, no social media, just quite legit giving without noise. I think that's the truest form of philosophy. Always do what... anyways, what do I even know? Okay, that's on take. And at Eshut_MN says, if your government can do quarter of what this man does, the country wouldn't be in this state. Yet, you chastise him for doing good. Tell me where it is done. At _Volking says, can I have the 6.4 million at the back? If you actually see the credit that was done to the foundation. Of course, there was money in the account before the credit of the 300 million came in. But Femi, what do you think? Another philanthropic gesture by the Grammy Award nominated Davido.
Yeah, the Grammy Award nominee. By the way, I think for people that are close to him, they speak about his generous act. By the way, he can go all the way for you. Now, if that as because many persons are saying, like somebody got tweeted and said maybe he should leave the camera at home. People doesn't really need to know. If you have a good heart, you like to be philanthropic, and he even has a foundation, and you know, that has eminent people taking care of the disbursement. That he should not really announce it. But I feel it's neither here nor there.
It's an organized giving.
Yeah, and it's a foundation, by the way. So if he announces it, it's not really a bad thing. When Bill Gates does these things, he announces, by the way. But then the beneficiaries are the people you might not get to see on the pages of the paper. Let it just not trickle down to the people that are intended for. Don't put camera in their faces. At that point of the disbursement, people don't really have to see their faces. But then if only for accountability, you have to keep the records, you have to have a record of them, that's fine. But then at times, when it comes to personal money, you don't teach people, you don't tell people how to spend their money.
Again, nobody you go tell me what you
do. These are the issues. But then you can always advise people. There are some philanthropic acts that when it's done, it becomes ridiculous. It takes away the good intention. You know, I'm not saying this act of the video is one of them, but you see the way some people do it. You see people in their fancy cars, you know, wind down. You see some of these beggars, by the way, less privileged, approach them for help. And you see somebody at the other side of the driver or the big man put camera on their faces to say, what do you want? What are you doing? How can I help you? Will this one help you? And they give them money after so much stress. Some of these less privileged will be running after the car, and then the person will put it up and say, I just helped somebody. And some will even do it like a cruise. I think those are the ones that should be not be encouraged. But for the philanthropic gesture, 300 million naira.
It's no small
it is Tinubu's economy. It's quite something,
not small
by
money.
the way.
And I also commend the fact that he actually always, you know, give this to orphanages, you know, named orphanages, not just people collecting the money that we do not know. These are the children who are fatherless, who are motherless, who
even
are
as eminent
disabled.
people running those foundations.
So I think this is actually good that it's an organized giving to orphanages. I saw someone on social media say, why does it have to be orphanages? Why not just give it to your fans who stream your music, who make you big?
I think it does
tell you that we also do not need money. I mean, someone already telling him how he should give his money.
The fans say, I dey stream your money, me say you must give me something, you know. But the 300 million is a good one. But I'm waiting for Daniel Rega, by the way, to lay his opinion on this and tell him no offense.
Daniel always has an opinion. All right, let's move to our third story for today. Of course, talking about good things. I saw a video yesterday making the rounds on social media. Talk about the Director General of the National Youth Service Corps, Brigadier General Ahmed, paying a visit to his former landlord when he served at the NYSC years back, when he was a corps member at the NYSC years back. Let's watch this video. We'll come back to take reaction. The
first room is informal. The second room, my own. The next one, Sister Meg. Then this one, after this one, the next one is this girl. This is with the body. Meg. No, Meg. Shade. Exactly. I still remember.
That was such a sweet reunion, and to think that that actually happened here in Osun State. Yeah. He came to Osun State, Ire to be precise, and he decided to pay a visit to his former landlord when he was just a corps member. And some of us had that experiences where, your landlord at the time was so good to you and you cannot forget all the things that he or she did when you served. But let's take reactions, what Nigerians are saying on social media. Ambassador Yemi Ile says, some of the essence of NYC in its full manifestation, bringing about national development by fostering unity and bridging ethnic divides. And at Mervis the Boss _ says, the only question coming to me is, what will you reading this be remembered for? What legacy are you leaving behind? Tony Dorto Corson says, this video just made me believe more in Nigeria. The challenges we face is just temporary. We shall come out of it soon. I mean, amazing. That's to tell you that Nigerians, we love ourselves. Leave politics aside, leave religious and ethnicity divide aside. We really are a wonderful people.
I think that brought some nostalgic feeling for me, seeing that, because I would one day want to go back to where I served as well.
Where was that?
I served, the thing is, the principal at that place was my landlord, because I lived in the school lodge. James Welch Anglican School, MFO in Delta State.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I had a good time, It's a village, by the way. I did all I could to stay in the city. It didn't work. One day I told myself, maybe God had a plan for me. After wasting like 7 days in Asaba, trying to find a fix, but I went back and it was a good time for me, really. And there is a family, by the way, that really took care of me, took interest in me. In fact, we still chatted 2 days ago.
Amazing.
And I'm talking about years before, Possibly the 40s might be watching this. Thank you for those moments. And you know what? Their own child has come to where I was working before, come and have IT and COS. They just told me, somebody needs to do something. Who? This person. Okay, let her come. She stayed in my house. That's how life works.
That's how you build relationship.
Of course.
I mean, that's it.
2 days
that's
ago.
It.
I still chatted with
That's how you build relationship.
And these are the issues. For the general to come back to his landlord.
Look at the way they hugged.
Yeah, I was saying, the landlord, they hug a general. who goes there?
And to think he still remembers the people that
he lived with.
There.
He speaks to good relationship.
Yes.
How could the landlord have knew that one day this guy will be a general? Let's just, in our only two-way, you can have issues with people, but don't be wicked.
Be good.
One thing, be good. Yeah.
Be good. All right, our last story for today. We have a very dark man. It is a social media influencer and a social media activist, they call him, talking about his UK experience. And if we have the video, we can quickly watch that in like 30 seconds and come back to take reaction.
You see people living in the UK, they are not living the life. They are living a robotic life. It's as if almost everybody here are being controlled by a remote somewhere or by a keypad somewhere. Everybody, the only activity they have is go to work, come back, go to work, come back, go to... don't be like Nigeria, obviously, they go chill, they go flex. I don't do this now, to go back to Nigeria, I don't do hungry me. I can never live here. It's not possible. I can't stay here, fam. I'm going back to my country. You see the way they gyre for Nigeria, it's not possible here. These people be as if they put computer chip for their brain.
All right, if you know Very Dark Man, you know he's a very controversial person, especially on social media. And he's talking to the live in the UK, live outside of the country, saying, you know, this live is not really as we that are in Nigeria want to jackpot, you know, wants to come and experience, because it's more of a very robotic life, very depressing and all of that. And I should say, Very Dark Man is not looking dark. He's not looking very dark. He's now becoming a brown skin guy.
He's a chocolate man right now. UK has happened to him.
I'm sure
he's looking fresher.
I'm sure if Beyonce actually sees him, she's going to do a remix of brown skin girl,
brown skin boy,
brown skin guy.
Yeah. He's even posing. At this time, this dark man that is complaining now, he's wearing his clothes. He's not naked.
You understand?
These are what the UK can do to you.
UK will humble you. The weather there is not funny. Yeah. All right, let's see. At Alamugo says, but he is right. UK is a very depressing place for majority of Nigerians. Being at Tesco and Morrison's, they confuse you. And Calvin's James says, I actually like that kind of depression. There's light. You chill at home when you are not working. Go to a cool bar when you want. Enjoy the serenity. What else am I looking for? Nigerians and their noisy communal living will always think it's a problem living this way. And at Leg TM14 says, how do you expect an unstructured country like Nigeria not to be fun? Disorganization brings spontaneity and subsequently fun. Nigeria in a nutshell. A country where over half of the population is unemployed and will surely have the time to horse about. Your thoughts?
Yeah, quickly, you know, somebody said that kind of depression is what he is looking for. And that kind of depression is what people are paying millions for.
To go and experience.
By the way, but it speaks to the bigger picture.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, some of those challenges might be there. The cultural shock is one big thing, that you just come out of your house, you don't see anybody looking like you. You don't even know your language. Neighbor. Yeah. And, you know, not coming out of your house to see somebody selling bread and akara. Where will you see that? And you have to really take some bread that we have direction, take 2 in the morning, take 2 in the evening. You know, the anyhowness of how we do things in Nigeria sometimes can be funful. You know, it's not really the way it should be. But you can't just possibly traveling on the road and then park your car because you want to take a leak and go behind your car to do that.
You're going on the road and you see a friend and you people are using the honk of the car to greet yourself. You
will pay fine heavy. These are the things. So you will feel those things, but for people where they jackpot, they get bigger picture. Whether they look at and they feel like, you know what, the end justify the means at the end of the day. But if you don't have it, I've seen people, I know a man for a fact that was working in the UK and he missed his train one day and he was in the cold. And he told himself, you know what, I know if he leave here, I did go back home. And he came back, and he's still successful here. So count your cost. Know that you won't always have those things that you always wanted. Not that you just go out of your house, Boki put everything, 500 naira for me. You won't have that in that place.
Amazing. I mean, this reminds me of the video I saw of former Governor Fayoshe's brother. I think his name is Isaac Fayoshe. Speaking, with 2,000 naira, I'm able to eat, you know, can you use 2,000 naira to eat in the UK and all of that?
Isaac is a very controversial person.
But that will be all for today. Wherever it is you are, whether here in Nigeria, enjoy yourself, whether in the UK, you can also have fun in your own way. And that will be the size of the show for this morning. Thank you so much, Femi, for doing this with me all of the time.
My pleasure.
My name is EVELYN, OHIOLEI, and sure to have for yourself a good day. Before we go, today is Nengi Anna's birthday. She'll be coming right after the show.
What Nengi's day? Ademola Nengi.
Congratulations, Nengi Ernest Ademola. You've been a great addition to us right here at Western Spring Television. And
of course, Amazon.
We know it's going to be a fun-filled day. Cakes upon cakes.
He's Nengi.
All right, there. God bless you for the rest of the year. And to you, our esteemed listeners, viewers, actually, God bless you too.